I think it's important to keep the conversation going about Sweet Baby Inc. and how they're quite literally ruining gaming companies. I'm a bird, I'm a bird. Another Sweet Baby Inc. disaster. Tales of Kenzera hangs as gamers reject DEI consultant.
Over the past few months, as more people have become aware of Sweet Baby Inc. and other woke consultancy firms just like theirs, whose sole purpose is to insert diversity, equity, and inclusion in any game they can get their hands on, regardless of whether the audience actually wants that or not, it's become incredibly apparent that now, if your game is associated with something like that, it's almost like the kiss of death. Just in the past few months, we've learned that a game studio shut down after Sweet Baby Inc. consulted on one of their games, the final game that they actually released. And now we're seeing once again that just the connection between Sweet Baby Inc., something that gamers are really on the lookout for. This tweet from Kabrutus, the person who made the Sweet Baby Inc. detected Steam curator, which, by the way, closing in on 400,000 followers. But there is a game that was on there and has been on there for quite some time, and that is Tales of Kenzera Zao. He reminded everybody that that game released a few days ago. Obviously got a lot of attraction, a lot of interaction, 3.6 million views, 10,000 likes, but some people were...
By this point, it's a little obvious, but also at the same time, it's not like this game can anymore, like, just remove them. They already worked on it, like, years ago.
That's true. These are games that have been made, being made for years. So we're going to be seeing them for a while.
A lot of people might not know what the game actually looks like. It's important that if we talk about a game, you actually know what the game is about. So the game is about 7 hours long.
Oh, no way. How much does it cost?
$20.
Every story begins at the end of another.
Okay.
So it looks like a classic old game.
Okay. I mean, nothing wrong with these type of games. I'm sure some people like this type of game.
I'm doing this for my baba.
We're not happy that he let everybody know, hey, by the way, Sweet Baby said they worked on this game just so you can make an informed decision. And it's also on his DEI detected website that he just set up as well. It's an EA game. Surgeon Studios are the developers, and Sweet Baby Inc. consulted. And a lot of people came after Kabrutus for this, from Sweet Baby Inc. employees to YouTubers, everybody said, how dare you try to destroy this game? It's going to do fantastic. There's so many people that are excited about this. And in fact, you saw, thousands and thousands of likes of people shitting on Kabrutus and saying it's just racist to mention that Sweet Baby Inc. is involved in this game. Unfortunately, even as the creator goes out there and brags about it being on Steam's trending, the truth is it's a sad reality, but virtually no one is playing this game. Sweet Baby Inc. boycott.
Let me check. How many people are actually playing it?
Whoa.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. Like, the numbers are not really good.
Holy crap. I thought it would at least reach 500 plus, but holy crap.
It had 287 players and it just dropped off. So that means people were just not enjoying it. The reviews. Played 3 hours into this very easy and basic game, beat the first boss, and got soft locked after a bunch of game-breaking bugs. When making a 2D platformer, you need to make sure that the controls in your game are extra tight. This game does not do that. Actions are slow and sometimes non-responsive. One hit insta-kill spikes, which have large hitboxes. The graphic shows them. Okay, so miscalculation of the hitboxes. That is a valid criticism. At first I wanted to recommend this game, but the more I played, the more I realized the bad things about it. It is flashy and pretty, but the diversity of environment is basically non-existent. They changed the hue a little bit and presented as a new zone. Second, there's maybe 4 different regular enemies, plus 4 bosses, so no variety in fight gaming. Quite a lot of big open areas where the only purpose is to go from point A to point B. Okay, fair. Exploration is not necessary, most of the things you pick up along the way anyway, and the hidden stuff is not worth the time. Okay. All I'm seeing is absolutely valid criticism.
Crushes Tales of Kenzera Zhao as game's total concurrent players peaked at just 287. And it's true. We can go and we can look right now on the Steam charts, and as of an hour ago, 171 people were playing it. Now, this is all, again, as the creator himself, and, he was very proud of it. This is so beautiful to see. I grew up playing on Steam. To now see Zhao the game at the top of new and trending is so wild. Man, I don't know what it takes to be at the top of new and trending, but clearly not a lot. Because as you can see, it never had any more than 232 players playing this, apparently. And as of an hour ago, only 171. But the creator, Abubakar Salim, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, he was very excited. Saw a lot of people tweeting out. It seems like everybody that got free copies or review copies are pretty much the ones tweeting out because that might be the only people playing. The ongoing boycott of video games has been developed by consultancy group Sweet Baby Inc. appears to have crushed the sales of Surgeon Studios' Tales of Kenzera Zhao. And you can see right there. Now, I'm not exactly sure why the Steam charts said 287 and now the peak says all-time peak of 232. Can't really explain that. It's not much of a difference when you're talking about just a few hundred people playing your game. But despite all the attacks we've seen, whether it's from YouTubers, whether it's from games journalists, whether it's from people associated with Sweet Baby Inc. themselves, at the end of the day, we have another massive disappointment.
I was about to say, I have no idea who this person is, and yeah, Sweet Baby Inc.
Of course.
From a game that's connected to Sweet Baby Inc. Now, a lot of people tried to push back on this and say, oh, it's actually not connected at all, blah, blah, blah. Well, according to Sweet Baby Inc.'s own newsletter, their own website, they said that they were involved. They said, we had the utmost pleasure of working with Abubakar Salim and the Surgeon team on this poignant story. Now, I will say this. I haven't played this game. I have no idea what's in it. I also, I'm curious, a game that's set around kind of either Kenyan or African culture of some sort. I wonder how much diversity they have in that game. I wonder if they got all their check marks down. Who knows? But I actually do think that if you want representation in games, if you want to take these stories, instead of race-swapping Norse gods, instead of race-swapping other people's history or mythology, there are so many stories from, African culture. If you want to see more people that look like you or whatever, there's so many things out there you could adapt, and they did that with this, so credit to them. Unfortunately, it has Sweet Baby Inc. written all over the game.
Well, from what we have seen in the reviews itself, people who played it and disliked it was because the game was just not developed well. I don't think we really need to worry about it. Every game that SBI was behind was actually pretty bad.
The Zhao creator, Abubakar Salim, is actually an SBI insider. The real reason Zhao worked with Sweet Baby Inc. is because Abubakar Salim co-directed a company called Bébé Sucré, meaning if you translate that from French, it's actually Sweet Baby, by the way, with the founders of SBI, Kim Belair and David Bedard, and SBI writer Amy Lee Shaw. Zhao the game isn't just a detective game, it might as well be a direct Sweet Baby Inc. game.
So wait, would this count as us having actual evidence now if these quote-unquote consultants made their own game that it will actually flop? Rather than taking like beloved franchises and killing them, even if they make something on their own, it's just gonna be bad.
And there's a lot of people that are attacking Cabrutus and Grums over this, but it's pretty crystal clear that this is very much connected to Sweet Baby Inc. And now, I can't tell you how many people are playing on PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo Switch. I don't know. I don't have access to those numbers. I do know that if you look at Steam, it's a pretty sad scenario. Now, this is not some massive budget or anything like that, but if you're telling me that, your peak is around 250 people playing, and now at any given time, just a day or two after release, you got 170 people playing, that is probably not what they were looking for. Nevertheless, they're out there saying
it's an 8-hour game.
Yeah.
So it's not like the numbers make sense. If someone finished the game,
Mhm.
they're like, "Yeah, I'm done with this. Eh, throw it away."
Mhm.
So this game's gonna die very hard and very quickly.
Yes, but
It has no
also
replayability.
yes, but also it's just not good. Like, all right, so at some point you had the highest 287, and that's it. After, there's zero interest in the game.
The game's a massive success with a lot of people who say they want it but don't appear to actually be playing it. What do you guys think about this? Miserable sales for this game connected to Sweet Baby Inc. yet again. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there.
So my thoughts on this is, this game is developed poorly. Yes, these quote-unquote consultants from Sweet Baby Inc., which there's clear evidence that the developer is part of Sweet Baby Inc., they made an actual original game, but it's still not well developed. So you cannot blame people for hating Sweet Baby Inc. for not liking this game. People don't like the way it performs, the way it repeats itself, and the way the hitboxes work. So the game is just not well executed. I do wonder what everyone's thought on it is.